My name is Katie Spencer. I currently live in Alexandria, Virginia. Just bought my new home in Alexandria, Virginia as well. Originally from South Florida. I went to Florida Gulf Coast University. I also went to Georgetown, and I am in the Air Force as a reservist. So I work my 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year as a public affairs officer. And then on my civilian side, I work at the Pentagon, and I do all the sports outreach for the Air Force in public affairs community outreach. It's the best. So the reason that I decided to purchase a home was because I've been in the DC area for about 6 years now, and as you all know, renting is extremely taxing on your budget, on pretty much your whole life. So after deciding that I didn't want to rent anymore, that maybe buying a home was the best way to go financially. So that's what I decided to do. I looked at a couple of properties, I found the one that I liked, and I capitalized on it. I'm fortunate enough where I can use a VA loan, so that definitely helped with my decision to purchase a home. And just the flexibility of this area of if I decide to leave one day, that I could easily rent it out or sell it. So it just seemed like the best decision for me to purchase a home instead of rent. I think one of the best things about working with Taylor with the Putnam Group was the fact that right from the beginning, it was someone I could relate to. She's a young professional, she's extremely personable, and I felt like even though she had lots of experience within the real estate industry, that her experience didn't intimidate me with my lack of experience. I'm a first-time homeowner, so I have lots of questions, a lot of things that I didn't really understand, and Taylor knew that, and she didn't come out saying all of these things where I didn't understand. She waited for me to ask questions, and she answered them the best way that she knew how, and if she happened to not know anything, she would use her resources and people back at the team at Putnam to get me the answer right there on the spot. I don't think there was any time that I asked a question that I didn't have the answer to right away, because she knows how to use those resources. And the people at Putnam Group are just so knowledgeable about the real estate industry, because it's very complicated for somebody who doesn't know. So of course, with buying a house, there are some challenges that you face. One of the biggest challenges that me and Taylor, who was my realtor, experienced was just the communication and working with the seller's agent. So what most people don't know is that places like Redfin, their agents are salary based. So they work a specific time and they get paid a set fee. Whereas Taylor and other agents at the Putnam Group, they work whenever you need them. I literally called Taylor at 11 p.m. one night and I asked what was the status of the offer, what's going on? And she was adjusting the contracts and doing all the things, but on the other end, the agent had clocked out for the day. So it was very challenging to find what worked for everybody and the schedules and the times and all of that. But my agent was the one who was putting in the work and making sure that no matter what, I was being taken care of. She's professionally unprofessional. And I think what that means is that she's relatable. She didn't speak to me with fancy language. She didn't, come up and be all proper, because nobody likes that. You want to be able to relate to somebody and to know that no matter what, I can reach out to her. She won't look down upon me for my lack of knowledge, but she still maintained that level of professionalism and respect for the client, and in turn, I had respect for my agent. And I think that's the most important thing, is just a mutual respect, and that respect has grown into a friendship, into a mutual understanding. And I'm just very fortunate that I found these guys, and I can't imagine doing this process without Taylor and the effort that her team has put in for me.